Alright. Apologies for showing my ass. I realized my pants were kind of falling down. But, welcome to, I think this is my third, maybe fourth live stream of Assassin's Creed, Revelations. I never really, 1 second. I still good? Yeah, I am. I never really went over what I will be covering for 100% completion. So I figured I might as well just do it now. I am using a checklist I found online. So the things that I will cover and a little bit more is this. I will be getting 100% sync on all story missions. I will be doing the Hagia Sophia secret, and there are 10 memoir pages hidden throughout the map that I will be collecting to unlock this treasure. It's called Ishak Pasha's memoir pages. There are 10 of them, and I will be getting each and every one of them. There is one that will not be available until you reach DNA Sequence 5, Memory 3. Then I'll be getting that eventually. There is also completing all the assassination missions, and there are master assassin missions, and I'll be doing each and every one of those. I will be doing all of the book quests, whatever those are, the Perry Reese missions, whatever those are. The Perry Reese missions are bomb specific missions, and book quests are short optional missions that will require Ezio to essentially use the Eagle Vision to find something. Faction missions, skill challenges, and is there anything else in this list? Desmond Journey and Animus Fragments. I already completed Desmond Journey. I'm working on getting the Animus Fragments. And that's the end of this checklist, but as well as that, I am gonna be getting all of the multiplayer emblem, despite there being no multiplayer in this game. I am only missing 2, and I know exactly where those are. Just give me one moment while I pull up my stream, because I cannot actually view chat easily. I know exactly where those are. I am missing 2 Animus Fragments. I am missing 2 multiplayer emblems. Those multiplayer emblems are 1 in Memory 2 and 1 in Memory 3. And I know exactly where they are. Now let me just give me a brief moment to pull up my live stream. Just make sure that my audio is coming in right. And it is. Alright. So that let's go ahead and get started. So I'm only missing 2 multiplayer emblems. One is in 2 and one is in 3. The one in 2 is behind a wall near a pit, and I'll go over that when I encounter that. The one in 3 is hiding behind a horizontal pillar after the river segment. Just go ahead and go back in here. I'm not receiving any audio. And just gonna try and get through this as fast as I can. Just try and be quick about this. So,
Memory sequence archived.
you've already seen the story of this. I already know what's going on. I will try and be quick.
The morning bell. God, I hated that. Ringing 5 days a week just before dawn. Up before the birds. Me and the other kids.
Come on, Desmond, get up. No lagging.
Exercise. Mandatory. A dip in the creek to get clean, then oats with butter and apple juice for breakfast. Ugh. I must have walked 1,000,000 miles before I was 10. But it was nice. I liked those days out in the hills. The hush, the open air, the deep dark of the forest. Crunch of boots on the dry ground.
Can you see Rapid City from here?
No, that's much further east.
So I'm gonna try and get through as fast as I can. Really, we've already seen all this stuff before, so apologies for lack of commentary. So, I already know, like, what kind of stuff I'm missing. So, one of the areas is actually coming up, and once I get that, we are smooth sailing. So, above me is where an animus fragment that I've already collected is. Just trying to get through as fast as I can so I can get to the new stuff. So up there is one that I already collected. We can move on. The one that I missed should be coming up fairly soon.
What is
So,
this war about? What are we fighting for? They never told me much. Just enough. They kept things shrouded. An air of secrecy. For my own good, they said. So we stayed hidden. Away in the Black Hills. If anyone ever knew who we were, or what we were doing, there'd be trouble.
They're everywhere, Desmond. They have their hands in everything. Politics, war, finance, high-tech, agriculture. People are asleep. And while they dream, Abstergo...
So I'll try and get through this as fast as I can.
Abstergo. The first time I saw that name, it was on the side of a bottle of ibuprofen. Mom laughed when I asked her about it. Can't get away, she said.
Well, we pick our battles, I guess. So many to choose from.
She told me the average American household contains 3 dozen Abstergo-owned products at any given moment. If you tried to purge them from your life completely, it would be a full-time job.
Alright, so we are almost done with this.
The global conspiracy, Abstergo. Fingers in every pie. Governments, corporations, universities. Mom and Dad made it sound so scary. But it didn't feel scary. An enemy has to have a face, but all I could see was a bottle of painkillers.
So, just basically trying to get through this as fast as I can. We already seen this many times. In fact, I did 2 streams where I went through the same exact thing. I'm just basically trying to get through this as fast as I can so that I can actually go back to the new stuff. That was bad. Need to be a little bit higher for me to actually platform. So, it really, I will be surprised if it takes longer than 30 minutes to get the 2 multiplayer emblems that I missed. But this will not be the last time you'll see stuff like this. I believe the Lost Archive is really the same thing. So I will try and get through as fast as I can. I'm assuming I'm getting very close to where that thing is. In fact, it is right
Scared
there.
me was the training. Sweat, tears, bloody lip every once in a while.
Focus, Desmond, focus.
How far were they going to push me?
Strength, speed, agility. No excuses.
Couldn't stand it. What was the point? For years and years, I thought some major catastrophe was on the horizon. I didn't know what to expect.
There's one of them. All we have to do is finish. We got both of the the memory things in this area. And try and be a little bit. Dang it. Let's try and be quick about this. Because we already seen all this. God dang it. Oh. I reached the checkpoint. Ah, come on. I'm trying to be really quick about this so I can move on to the next one. I again know where the things I missed is.
One day you'll understand. You'll see all this.
Just, I'm trying to be really quick about this.
I promise.
If they'd been more open with me. If they'd shown me things. Taken me places. Maybe it would have made more sense.
Trying to be really quick about this, but it's just not working out. I guess it's just gonna be one of those things like slow and steady wins a race. Hold tortoise in the hair kind of thing. That was completely my fault. Okay, come on, quit being bad. If this were any other series, I would have no problem just doing a standard Let's Play. I mean, if I was that kind of channel, but this is for 100% completion. And although multiplayer emblems are kind of useless in the Ezio Collection, I do kind of want to get them just for posterity's sake. So, because even though I know that it isn't necessary for completion, I didn't even touch that! Even though I know it isn't necessary for 100% completion because you can't even use these, I do want to go ahead and, okay, you need to stop. I want to go ahead and get these, done just because they're probably needed for 100% completion, or really optional. Come on. Alright, made it. Sorry. Sorry all that failed, but we are done with this finally. So moving on to the third one, the Aaron's fragment I missed in number 3, and the last one that I missed is in after the river segment. So if you remember from last stream, I was really struggling with the river segment. I will try to be better. But the one that is next, and the only other thing that I am missing, is in number 3. After this, I'm gonna once again focus on getting collectibles done. So if you... So this stream is going to be primarily focused on collectibles. Really do apologize for that.
I wanted my own
As
life.
some people just want to see story missions. You probably won't see that in this stream, and for that I apologize, but it is something that I consider necessary for 100% completion. And eventually I will have to do this. So might as well just get it done early. Thankfully I don't have to redo all of these, it's just these two.
16 years old. Where was I going? No idea. Just away. That's it. That was the plan. Not much of one.
And thankfully I know exactly what I need to do, it's just a matter of pulling it off.
They never guessed what I was doing. Because I didn't know what I was doing. I just walked right out. Someone realized I was gone. They shouted. I started running.
Desmond! Desmond!
God dang it, how do I delete these? I'm trying to remember where the heck I'm supposed to go. Oh, up there maybe? Yeah, up here. I got turned around like this the first time too. So I just need to follow this back, and then I can just move past this. Really, I'm sorry if this is just really boring. This is like the third live stream that I'm having to go back and do this, but I want to get all the multiplayer cubes I missed. Alright, so moving on. Pretty soon we should be coming up on the river where I can pick up the animus fragments, or the, I keep on calling them animus fragments.
Ran and ran.
But the thing that I
All
missed,
that training was finally
this one.
something.
Just gonna follow this one back so I can go to that pillar. Basically trying to get to that platform right there to move on. Need to wait until this passes.
God, it was so dark when I left. And the forest. Endless. I didn't dare take the roads.
Okay, where am I going now? Need to remember.
begging me to stay. But I wouldn't.
Okay, we made it.
I followed the hills down until I hit a stream. I followed that to a river, and from the river to an old access road.
So again, I'm trying to be quick about this. As we've already seen this before. Alright. First segment down, we hit a checkpoint. And I couldn't get on the platform. Basically trying to be quick about this, but clearly I'm going to be having some issues like I did the first time around. It's really stupid. Okay. This is easily my least favorite part of this game, these platforms. It's so out of place for Assassin's Creed, but it really isn't that bad, per se. Just kind of annoying. I mean, we get a lot of information on Desmond, which is always nice. Desmond is honestly one of the Assassin's Creed modern day characters. Like, there was a stint where for the longest time, we would have first person characters, which was really annoying. But they tried to bring back modern day characters with Layla, but I feel like they kind of screwed up in designing her character. She just really isn't that likable of a character, in my opinion. Like, I played through Assassin's Creed Origins, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I've almost beaten Valhalla. But when I played through those games, I never really cared too much for Layla's character. Don't know if I'm not the only one. But it's just, he doesn't really have the same vibe as Desmond. Alright, made it. Got another checkpoint.
I walked for hours that day. The summer sun keeping me warm well into the evening.
This is the one where I is behind that pillar right there. I thought of. Oh, it's over there. I see. I was looking at the wrong pillar, but you can see it on the screen. This is the last thing I am missing. And now we can move on. We've already done everything else. We already got all the
dark. Fell asleep beneath the
fragments. We are done with this finally. No longer have to come back.
Not before or since. Walking. Too scared to hitch a ride. What the hell was I doing? Lost in the Badlands for a day. Felt like a week. Endless ocean of wrinkled earth. Can't believe a place could look so dead. I'm gonna die, aren't I? I'm gonna die here.
Alright.
Finally met some
pretty much
girls
are
from
done.
Illinois. So bubbly, so kind. One day drive to Omaha, another to Chicago.
Oh, sub this. Actually gonna wait until that comes back. I remembered the solution to this a little bit too late. So I'm gonna wait for the top one to come back and then I will follow it. Okay, I did something wrong. I'm not remembering this. Okay, I'm gonna try. I can't remember exactly how I did this before. There we go. I made it. This is one I follow. I must remember how I did that one, but this one I know for sure I follow.
Somewhere, someone said to me,
What the heck?
If you've got nothing, you go to New York. That way, if you leave with nothing, people don't ask why. And if you leave with something, you are one lucky son of a bitch.
Come on. What the heck? Oh, it's... There we go, I made it. I almost didn't, but I made it. I forgot those blocks appeared.
So that's where I went. New York City. Into skyscrapers and subways. To filth and folly. Into the maddening crowds.
Alright, we are finally done with Desmond's journey. It took exactly 30 minutes. It's the last time we're going through that crap. Next, we are going to be trying to wrap up collectibles.